Corolla is one of the best-selling cars in the world, introduced by the Japanese car manufacturing giant, Toyota. Toyota, founded by Toyoda Sakichi, first produced its car, the Model R sedan, in 1936. The Corolla was first introduced in the year 1966, positioned between Toyota Publica and the Corona. It went on to become the world's best-selling car by 1974. In 1997, the Corolla became the best-selling nameplate in the world, surpassing the Volkswagen Beetle. Corollas were created so far in 12 different generations, and over these 12 generations Corolla has sold over a milestone of 44 million cars. This nameplate is still regarded as one of the best in the business. When the Corolla was first introduced, most of the other cars in the market were out of reach for the pockets of middle-class men. Owning a car used to be a luxury limited for the rich only. When the Corolla was introduced on its first generation, it came with the slogan, "The most wanted car by the market," as a new entrant for the rising middle class to be able to afford. It offered desirability and new technologies, which were lacking in most of the cars in the market then. On its launch, Corolla was only available as a two-door saloon. Soon afterwards, however, a four-door saloon and two-door van model were added to the lineup for making it a total of 3 body styles. It featured a sporty, floor-mounted gear lever that was remarkable at the time. Comfort was provided by separate bucket-type seats with firm padding, while the rear bench offered so much space that it was likened to a living room sofa. Although classed as a compact vehicle, its elevated roof height made the interior feel exceptionally roomy. The level of interest Corolla received on its debut was phenomenal. No matter which car it was compared to, its innovative features stood out. So much so that whenever one was delivered to its new owner, it drew an admiring crowd. Within 3 years, Corolla became the top-selling vehicle in Japan. Right from its very early stages, development focused on the needs of export markets. And it is evident that the team used Corolla to open new markets and measure the brand's competitiveness overseas. First-generation Corolla featured a newly developed water-cooled 4-cylinder engine with a displacement of 1,100 cc, which was 100 cc larger than that of its competitors. The second generation from 1970 to 1974 kept up the reputation set by the first model. The new model was given greater comfort with an expanded body size and enhanced overall driving performance. With the oil crisis in America in the 1973, people were looking for an efficient car to travel despite the gas-guzzling vehicles which were available back then. As a result, the sales of Corolla rose in USA due to its nimble and fuel and reliable aspects of this Japanese car. The second-generation Corolla initially inherited the inline 4-cylinder OHV 1200cc engine from its predecessor, to which Type T engines were added midway through its model life, and eventually a choice of 3 engines with 6 variations were made available. From the second generation onwards, Corolla introduced automatic transmission. The third generation from 1974 to 1979 was known as the ultimate family car. During the 1974 fiscal year, annual production volume of Corolla exceeded that of the Volkswagen Beetle, winning it the title of world's best-selling car, and the export market rose rapidly where the export figures exceeded 300,000 units annually. The available engine displacements for the third generation were 1,200 cc, 1,400 cc, and 1,600 cc. The 2-speed automatic gearbox was replaced with a 3-speed version. Responding to the increasingly stringent emission control, nearly all third-generation models successfully met the 1978 emission standards by the end of their model life. The front designs of 1,200 cc, 1,400 cc and 1,600 cc models of the third-generation Corolla were clearly differentiated. The fourth-generation Corolla was introduced to the market in March 1979 with an extended wheelbase by 30 mm, and the front and rear treads by 25 mm and 50 mm, respectively. The new body design featured more linear contours. The sedan and van models adopted 4 round headlamps that were prevalent among high-grade cars, while the coupe used 2 rectangular ones. The GT11 models adopted large shock-absorbing polyurethane bumpers. The choice of engines included 1300cc, 1500cc and 1600cc units, and the DOHC option was also offered to the sedan and hardtop models. The four-door sedan offered additional options, including a 1800cc engine in August 1979 and a 1800cc diesel in February 1982. The fifth generation ran from 1983 to 1987. The Corolla and the Sprinter represented the most comprehensive model change in its history. It switched its layout from front-engine, rear-wheel drive FR to front-engine, front-wheel drive. The sixth generation ran from 1987 to 1991. From sixth generation onwards, some of the models introduced front-wheel drive in its Corollas. E90, a variation of the sixth generation of Corolla, was manufactured in South Africa until 2006. In October 1989, the first four-wheel drive model was added to the Corolla sedan. The seventh generation of Corollas ran from 1992 to 1997 with extended wheelbase, body length, width and height. The overall body styling gave the car a more massive feel, giving it an image of a higher-grade model. The eighth generation ran from 1997 to 2001. The body types of the Corolla series that were available during the model life of the eighth generation sedan included a four-door sedan, a two-door coupe called Levin, a four-door hardtop called Cirrus, a multi-purpose vehicle called Spatio, a four-door wagon, and a four-door van. During the ninth generation, which ran from 2000 to 2006, a standard four-door sedan and a five-door wagon called the Fielder were available. The GT-grade sedans and sports models, including the Corolla Levin, were discontinued from this generation. When it came to the 10th generation of Corolla from 2007 to 2012, the car in Europe was called Toyota Auris, while the Japanese markets called it the Corolla Axio. For international markets, a wider version of the Corolla Type E140 was sold with different styling, with the Southeast Asian, Indian and Taiwanese markets retaining the Corolla Altis branding. Production continued from June 2014 until present in South Africa as the entry-level Corolla Quest. In Australasia, the related first-generation Toyota Auris was also sold as the Corolla hatchback alongside the sedan body shape of the international E140 Corolla. The 11th generation of Corolla from 2012 to 2019 went to sale in Japan on May 2012 with a sedan-type car called the Corolla Axio, while its wagon is called the Corolla Fielder. In October 2015, Toyota introduced the Corolla hybrid variant in China with locally produced hybrid systems. Corollas are in its latest generation of 12, which unveiled in 2019. The new generation Toyota Corolla Touring Sports has made its first public appearance at the 2018 Paris Motor Show, joining the Corolla hatchback that was unveiled in Geneva earlier this year. Introduced in 2018 as a hatchback, this generation of the Corolla has also grown to include sedan and wagon models. The E210 Corolla is paired with a transverse engine powered by petrol, which is gasoline, flex fuel, or a hybrid of fuel and electric. As of 2020, the 12th generation of the Corolla was the best-selling passenger vehicle in the world with a 1.6% global market share. The 2019 model reinstates Corolla to Europe with a dynamic appearance and chassis made possible by its high-tech TNGA platform. 3 model derivations are available, which are hatchback, touring sports and saloon, plus the landmark introduction of a dual hybrid strategy, which adds a new and more powerful 2.0-litre self-charging hybrid electric powertrain to the range. The Toyota Corolla Cross is a compact crossover SUV produced by Toyota using the Corolla nameplate primarily for the Southeast Asian market. It was unveiled in Thailand on the 9th of July 2020 as a more practical and larger alternative to the CHR and built on the same chassis platform as the E210 series Corolla. The Corolla Cross is positioned between the CHR and RAV4 within Toyota's crossover SUV lineup. This is the very first hybrid crossover in the Corolla lineup. Designed as the stylish urban vehicle, the Corolla Cross combines Toyota's signature QDR, which is quality, durability and reliability with style and functionality. Its hybrid electric variant further realizes Toyota's vision of sustainable mobility and makes self-charging hybrid technology more accessible. While the Corolla Cross is the latest unveiled model of Corolla, there are rumors of a few other Corolla models which may unveil in the future. The 13th generation of Corolla is speculated to be released in 2025 and is in line for the GR treatment, with a fully fledged hot hatch coming in 2023 to take the fight to the Volkswagen Golf GTI and Hyundai i30N. Even though the global automobile market are introducing innovative and affordable competitors to Corolla every year, we can't seem to think that Toyota Corolla will lose the fight anytime sooner.
Thank you for watching this video. Do not forget to subscribe, like and share.